Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up,
Hi.
today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Okay, my name's Bruce. This is my, well, I'm here. It's my classroom in the forest. If you look around, it's forest. All right. Our last couple of videos, we got, I don't want to say off track, but you know, I drive an electric car. I enjoy electric cars, or I enjoy the idea that everything will be electric, hopefully sooner, and that's it. But that's really not kind of what the channel we started on, or what we make. There's some other things. But today I'm going to talk for a second or two about housing. You know, there's a lot of there's a housing shortage. If you go in Canada, there are more people, excuse me, looking for houses than there are houses. That's it. And when I say house, I don't mean a single family detached house. I mean a dwelling. There are more people looking for a place to live than there seem to be places to live. And as a result of this, the cost of housing, what people pay for rent or to purchase a house, has gone up and up and up. Now, a while ago, what's a while? A while is up until about 4 or 5 months ago, I had the view that, and I still do to a certain extent, that a house is a house. Meaning that if someone is constructing a house that's going to be, say, sell for $1 million, let's say if someone's constructing a house that's going to sell for $100,000, it's a house. If they're constructing a house that's going to sell for $200,000, it's a house. If they're constructing a house that's going to sell for $1 million, it's a house. For $5 million, it's a house. By definition, they're houses. Now, and I believe that a little bit of economics, this sort of naive notion of supply and demand, which is true, it's at the core, but a little bit more complicated than this. That if someone is building a $5 million house, well, it's a house. And the person that purchases that $5 million house, they have a house, and they are no longer competing for a house with the people that are going to spend $100,000 for a house. Because if someone's looking for a house and their budget is $5 million, and this house over here that would, in some markets, would sell for $400,000, but this person, so then the price goes up and up. You get it. And the price will continue to go up and up until we get to n plus 1. Until we have one more dwelling than there are people to rent or purchase that dwelling. There will be upward pressure on prices. Okay, now I've had I don't want to say a revision, because it's not a revision, but it's not a baby out with the bathwater, but it's a slight adjustment to my thinking. And the adjustment is over here. Now, you'll recall when I talk about broadly macroeconomic policy, or what the role of government, which is to maximize the benefit of everyone. And the government, one thing that you want to be having as a foundational basis of your decision is this notion of the production possibility curve, which is these are the sort of the material resources, and these are the skill, the people. So if we have this in here, it's all the things that we can produce inside of our economy. It's with the materials that we have and the knowledge that we have, what can we make? Okay, and I say that it's the government's job to maximize the well-being of everyone, and they should have a view towards taking this and pushing this outward. You push it outward by improving the skill of the people and by having either discovering new raw material resources, which is sort of true, or by re-evaluating how your existing raw material resources are being used. And I don't want to go too far down this path because it's a distraction, but let's keep it in mind. Okay, now, all right, so we have right here, this is a box, and this is labor. Okay, it's a box of labor. All right, it's a box of labor. So this box of labor is going to be used to construct dwellings. Okay, now if you are in the construction business, if you are a contractor, an architect, a developer, whatever, quite often if you're hiring a contractor, you're speaking with contractors. I mean, general contractors. I don't like that word contractor in the sense that it's being used, but anyway, if you're speaking with someone who takes on the task of constructing a house or doing a major renovation or something, at the core of it, they will tell you how much revenue they are able to absorb on a monthly basis. They'll say, not everyone realizes that this is the case, but they'll say, okay, we can do $100,000 of construction a month. That would be like a modest, small size company. Or we can do $500,000 or $1 million of construction per month, or maybe per week, but you get the idea. It's the dollar value of construction per unit time. And this is our pool of labor. Now, if you take a snapshot of the economy and the labor that is being used to construct houses at this moment is fixed. There's a certain amount of labor that's used to construct houses. There could be geotechnical engineers, structural engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. Then you get to concrete forming people, excavators, concrete finishers, steel erectors, wood carpenters, which is kind of the same as concrete formers. You get finish carpenters, you get et cetera, you get it. Okay, so this is snapshot in here. Now, I'm going to just remember again that we want to move this out. That's kind of an aspect of government, but that's reality. But they have this snapshot time. And the idea of dollars that contractors are expressing their production of dwellings, they're expressing it in terms of money per month. Okay? Now, I'm reluctant to go over to this side because I don't know, this works as well, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so if you're building a house, say you could be building a house, and that house has this is a square foot of house, 1 square foot of house, and that square foot of house can cost, say, at one point that would be $100 per square foot. At one point, maybe 25 years ago, in some markets that was true. You could build a house for $100 a square foot. When I say a house that complies with the law, that meets the minimum requirements of the building code, and you can live in it. It's a house, $100 a square foot. That's a few years ago. So now that's gone to, let's just say, $300 a square foot. All right, so let's just say that in many markets in North America today, you can build a house for $300 a square foot. That's a fact. But remember, the builders talk about money per month. Okay, $300 a square foot. Now, let's say that someone in the world or in your market wants a house that's really, really nice. So they're going to pay $1,500 per square foot. Okay, that might be too complicated a number, so I might call this 2,000. 2,000. Let's go over here. $2,000 per square foot. Okay? $2,000 per square foot a house. Do houses exist that cost $2,000 a square foot? Yes, they do. Okay. Now, the same person that's building that house that's $2,000 a square foot, they may not be content with a 1,200 square foot house, so then they're going to make it into a 5,000 square foot house. So 5,000 times 2,000 is $10 million. $10 million. Now that I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to say it's $10 million for that house. Okay, $10 million. Now remember that I mentioned that the builders will talk in terms of dollars per month. You know, how much, what is the value of construction that we can execute per unit time? Now, the value of that to this person, to this builder, is $10 million. They can do $10 million a month in construction. So if they're going to build a house that's $10 million, that's one house that they can build in a month. All right. That's one house they can build in a month. $10 million. All right. Okay. Now, is it reasonable? We have a shortage of houses. Okay. So if the other answer at the bottom lower end of this is $300 a square foot, or let's be magical and say $200 a square foot. Okay. So $10 million. $10 million divided by $200. What is that? 10 million divided by 200 is like 5,500,000, 50,000. There's 50,000 times $200 is 10 million. Okay, 50,000. Okay. Now, a dwelling, you can make a 3-bedroom apartment that is actually very, very nice. Make no mistake, this 3-bedroom apartment, it's going to have hardwood floors, it's going to have a beautiful kitchen, it's going to have HVAC, it's going to have cooling in the summer, heating in the winter, it's going to have hot and cold running water, it's going to have a bathroom that you'd be happy to use, it's going to be nice. Okay? 1,000 square feet. Now, and you can build 50 of them for $10 million. So we're either getting one $10 million house, or we're getting 50,000, 1,000 square foot apartments or houses. Now, should that matter? Well, come over here. Should that matter? The answer is no. It shouldn't matter, because in kind of let's just say normal times, I don't want to say normal, but in the times that we experienced 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there was a kind of a broader distribution or equitable distribution of income. And if one person wanted to spend $10 million on a house, go ahead, because this pool of labor here had some excess. Okay? There was like, on any given day, there might be, if you have 1,000 carpenters in your economy, on any given day there might be 10 of them out looking for work, or 20, or 50, or 1%, or 2%, or 10%, or you understand? They'd be looking for work. The situation that we're in now is, if there's 100 carpenters and 100 plumbers and 100 concrete formers in your economy, then what happens is, for every one of those people, there's going to be 1.2 jobs. There's more. There is more work than there are people available of that skill to do that work. Okay, so now if someone is going to pay $10 million for a house, and they embark on the pathway of building a $10 million house, and they get 90% finished, and their builder says, "Oh, we need an additional $5 million to finish your house." Person goes, "Yeah, okay, here, it's fine. take it, 15 million. So the 10 million becomes 15 million, 10 million becomes 20 million, whatever. The point is that the person that's doing the $10 million house, they have the money, they can deal with it, and their house is going to get finished. Okay? That's one house. We don't need one house. We need hundreds of thousands or a million houses. And if these $10 million houses are absorbing the same amount of labor that goes to build 50 houses a month or whatever, then it creates a problem. Now, but that's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem is this idea of enough. I mean, and more. Okay, so we don't have enough. We need more. So let's get more. Right? How do we get more? We get more by demonstrating that skilled trades is a valued item in our society. We get more by treating people well and paying them well. We get more by having proper government regulatory oversight so that workplace health and safety exists and is enforced. We get more by enforcing the building code so that we're having that the houses are well made. Right, and we get more by fostering an environment where we have pride in the quality of work, pride in the efficiency with which you do your work. That's it. And another way that we get more is by finding happiness in making 50 houses that are 1,000 square feet and having I don't want to say a premium on that, but a contentedness premium. Okay? There you go. Now, that's it. So, when I see construction, with the knowledge that there's a shortage of housing, when I see a house being built, I am generally happy. When I see 50 additional homes being built, I am generally happy. I am happier when the houses that are being built are not sprawl. They are not single-family detached houses that are generally poorly constructed. Actually, the quality of the construction if you go to a residential subdivision in the suburbs of much of Canada, the quality of that house that's being built is not high. It's not as good as it could be. It's certainly not as good as it should be. That's not good. So, yeah, that's it. This idea of the money of the money per month and the amount of construction that's possible in a given span of time, I didn't really sink into me for till, like I said, about 4 months ago or something, and it's sinking in pretty hard now, and it's a problem that must be addressed. And if you happen to have a political authority, like someone that's perhaps in opposition or in power somewhere, who thinks or says that that they can fix it, that there's a magic wand, that there's something that they can do, and the reason why there's no housing is the fault of the government, well, that person is sadly and sorrowfully mistaken, and I certainly hope that we have enough of a sophisticated populace to recognize that that challenging problems have challenging solutions. There's for some reason, nothing's easy. Things are not easy. They're possible. They're not easy. And they commence with cooperation, and cooperation is the key, really, and valuing labor. We have to move more women into the construction workforce. We have to have a construction workforce that is highly skilled and bigger, and there's lots and lots of very, very skilled people that are working in the construction field in Canada and the United States today, and they should be they should be lauded. Really. Thank you very much. Anyway, my name's Bruce. There's a snowmobile going by in the forest, but my name's Bruce. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. If you don't like it, what the heck, subscribe anyway. You know, we're all doing our best, or I really believe that. Anyway, thank you. Bye now.